Dear graduates, normally I like to start a speech with a simple joke or a humorous remark. But given this online format and our current situation, I will spare you from such ordeal. We are facing a once in a lifetime crisis, and we do not yet know the full extent of COVID 19's impact on the world, on our school, on our lives. As the nation contemplates next steps in the reopening of businesses and institutions and focus on logistical and operational matters. And yes, we're also working on logistics of reopening our campus and how to offer courses in the fall semester while managing social distancing. But if we have hope of ever truly reconstituting a healthy society, we also need to consider how we reintegrate on a communal, social, and spiritual level. With more than 2 billion people, nearly one-third of the human population, living under stay-at-home orders at some point over the past 2 months, few of the institutions and social customs we typically rely upon to help us forge and maintain community are likely to be at our disposal. In fact, many are likely to be utterly unrecognizable. In the United States, it is estimated that one-third to one half of the American population is working from home and will continue to do so for the next several months, and for some, indefinitely. The net outcome is that we have adapted to a lifestyle of relative isolation. We have been trained to stigmatize one another necessarily for our own well-being. Fear about the spread of the virus is already causing some to shun one another, or worse, capitulate to sentiments of racism, xenophobia, scapegoating, and infighting, even at the highest levels of government, further undermining our already frayed social fabric. How can we combat this tendency and reconstitute our sense of community beyond the fear that coronavirus has generated? I am certain our graduates and our work at the DTU are essential for the current crisis and for the future. Perhaps not for the operational aspect of our society, but certainly for finding ways to reimagine and recreate a more generous and equitable community, and for a brighter future to which we are all bound. Who are essential workers and essential services? It's a question that has been raised many times during the current crisis. I know that what we do on Holy Hill and our profession are often deemed non-essential. I often use the story of Frederick the Field Mouse to illustrate the importance and necessity of our work. In Leo Leone's beloved children's fable, Frederick was gathering sun rays, colors, and words, deemed non-essential by some, by many, while his brothers were busy day and night gathering corn and nuts and wheat and straw for the coming winter. The brothers were annoyed and questioned Frederick's work ethic, but during the long, dark, cold winter season, they greatly appreciated Frederick's supplies. Indeed, it was Frederick's words and imagination that sustained this little community through the winter. Graduates, I know that while you are gathering ideas, knowledge, and discourses on Holy Hill, you are questioned by those who do not understand or fully appreciate what you are doing. Like Frederick's brothers, they ask, why don't you work? Meaning, get a real job like the rest of us. What are you doing now? Meaning, you are wasting your time. Are you dreaming again? Meaning, you are goofing off again. Such disapproving attitudes were already increasing even before the pandemic as the corporatization of higher education intensified. And now people were questioning even more the slow and non-essential optic of our work. In my opinion, the GTU plays a crucial role in nurturing essential workers like you who will provide necessary services and creative ideas in forging a healthy and caring society. The GTU is a community of teachers, researchers, learners, and doers that encourages and sustains the essential works of Fredericks in the world. The Graduate Theological Union's doctoral and MA programs, which are supported in large part by member schools and their outstanding faculty, have shaped, inspired, and empowered theological thinkers and doers who made transformative impacts on countless communities and individuals and made positive differences for the common good in this region, the nation, and beyond. For nearly 60 years, the GTU students have been learning together and the faculty and staff have been collaborating together to create something special on theological landscape. A robust community of learning and teaching that utilizes a pedagogical model of collaborative engagement across differences. Graduates, you now join the cloud of theologians who used to walk around Holy Hill, approximately 900 doctoral and 500 master's alumni who have graduated before you. You are trained to serve religious communities, the academy, and the society by bringing to bear your critical acumen and scholarly inquiry on issues facing religion and society. In theological terms, you're called to be a prophet, courageous critic and speaker of truth, a rabbi, scholar and transmitter of sacred traditions, and a hermeneut, interpreter and reappropriator of the heritage in changing time. We send you forth with great pride and high expectations, praying that God will give you the wisdom and courage to use your intellectual gifts always for the highest purposes.